Hello, Edna and PA. We surely have been missing you all evening. We've been having such a wonderful time here. And if you hear all the voices in the background, that's Agnes and Cecile and Barbara and I making comments and when the others were speaking. Tonight reminds me of the nice little visit we had with you last fall. We hope that you'll soon be back again. Goodbye.
Greetings from the house on the hill. I hardly know how to address you. Everyone else is being so familiar calling you Edna and PA. I don't think I've ever done that. It's always been Dr. and Mrs. Johnson. However, I assure you that the feeling is very deep, and we do wish that you could have been here this evening. The last time you were here, as I recall, our welcome perhaps wasn't so very royal. I was canning pears, and my sister was sick, and it was general confusion. But we were very happy to see you nevertheless. But could you have been here tonight, we would have at least had our apron off and been somewhat more at ease. Mrs. Bergendoff, in case you didn't know it, had a slight case of stage fright, I guess it was. And Dr. Bergendoff just made the remark that after those long pauses that we heard on the record before, that he wished that he would get a machine like this at home. I think that's all I have to say for tonight. Goodbye.
Since we hope to be seeing you at the time that these lines are played, perhaps the most interesting thing I could say, Mom and Dad, is that last Sunday, through the courtesy of Dad Ryden, who loaned us his car, Cecile and I went down to Trinity for the service and for some calls afterwards. It was really inspiring to be there. The church was nearly full, and much to my surprise, just before the service ended and before the general prayer, Raymond proceeded to announce that we were present, and he called me forward to say a few words and to describe your present condition to the congregation. That I was very glad to do because so many of your friends were interested in how you and Mother are, and I was very glad to be able to know how well you are.
We didn't take Pamela along because it was too cold a day, and we were afraid she wouldn't like it. The people down there all asked for her naturally. We went to dinner at the club with Nell and Rachel and a friend of theirs. They asked all about you, and so did a number of people who were also having dinner. Even the hostess at the club came up and sent greetings to you, Dad, and I guess you must have been a wonderful tipper because she seems to want you to come right back again when you come to Galesburg. We went over to Aunt Helen's and spent the rest of the afternoon there and calling. Everyone sent greetings naturally. We've had a wonderful time the whole time we've been here. We've seen so many people, and we're not going to forget this trip for a long time. Everyone has been so good to us and made us feel that they haven't forgotten us exactly. All right. Well, I don't talk so very well. You should get some of it. Eddie was all prepared for the baby because he had a sled for a snowstorm with Pamela Express painted in very carefully on each side of the box. Hope has been very thrilled having a little niece here to take care of. She told Alice Lindstrom that when the baby goes, she'll just have to get out her dolls again because she'll be so lonesome. Okay.
Now, as Virgine said, we've all been here in a family way this evening, had a very good time. I want to wind up this broadcast by telling you a story. The dean of the cathedral announced that the bishop was coming, and so the louse in the corner of the cushioned pew got her little ice together and said that's a big event. When Mother was real young, the bishop came, and she decided that she'd get in on it, so she sat on the edge of the pew and watched the altar boys come down and the crucifer and all of the other prelates of the diocese, and finally the bishop came in all of his pageantry, gorgeously arrayed. Mother wanted to get in on it, so she decided to go from the pew onto his head, and she kept on as she tried to get a foothold on his slippery head. She kept on slipping and slipping, and finally she slid down underneath that collar into